Jubi Show.
Pretty good, Jake. You sounded like you were a real live throat singer there.
Did I?
Yeah.
It didn't feel good.
Well, I believe that. I believe that. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when you're breaking your throat in.
Really? You can break your throat in and it doesn't cause like permanent damage?
Well, what do I know about permanent? I don't. I just know when I was spending those years trying to teach myself to throat sing, it did hurt my throat. Doing the low growl. Yup. I'm over here, everybody. Actually, that is throat singing.
That is throat singing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful, everybody.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Hey, welcome to the Jubi Show.
Welcome to the Jubi Show.
It's that show where you just keep talking until it all
just comes right out. Oh.
Well, I guess I should start this by saying that I finally took that Band-Aid off my finger.
Jake finally took that Band-Aid off his finger.
I look like I painted it to be... Who paints those? Like one fingernail?
You know...
Who are those people?
I on TV, anyway, I learned that pimps paint their pinky. Or they grow it out and paint it. They grow out the paint.
There's nothing about that I don't love. I should have smashed my pinky.
Yeah, and then grown it way out.
Oh, I don't know. Can I even grow this out? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out.
I'll let you know if it's growing.
It's a science project.
Yep. This other finger will be my control.
Right.
This will be the experiment, and
we'll
use science to figure out which one's growing and which one's not.
Experimental fingernail science. Hey.
And I actually trimmed them both today, so it's perfect.
You trimmed it?
I trimmed it.
I'm surprised you trimmed it already.
I just felt like it needed to be trimmed. There was all kinds of madness under the end that I didn't like.
Did it hurt?
What?
Did it hurt when you trimmed it?
Absolutely not.
Good.
Nope, the pain's gone.
The pain is gone now. That's nice. That's sweet.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's great news, everybody.
I feel good.
Jake's in the pink.
I mean, it still feels a little weird. Like,
it's still all mashed.
It still feels weird. It's mashed.
It's still all discolored, so I wouldn't call it pink. I think that's just
brown.
that'd be silly to call it pink.
It's purple.
It's purplish. It's almost like a black purple. Black purple.
I wouldn't.
Why'd you call it brown?
I don't think I meant. What I mean is, it's not brown.
It's not. It's like a.
It's not brown.
Snot. Oh, it's snot brown. That's nasty.
It's snot brown.
Jake has a snot brown finger. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad it's so much better.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody's coming down with a fatal contraction.
Fatal contraction.
Fatal contraction.
That's a great name for a Dustin Hoffman movie.
I was gonna say Seth Rogen, but either way,
Rogen. They could be.
They could team up.
Dustin Hoffman could play the straight man.
Okay.
Who's in the government.
And Seth Rogen could play the gay man who is not
crazy and insane.
Not in the government. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Okay. He could be. Well, they could both be government agents because it is a buddy movie.
Actually, they could be. Yes, they could.
Oh,
I agree.
Okay. Yes.
It'll be
Yes.
like, hey, you got, hey,
Hey.
hi.
Hey.
Have you guys seen Mib?
Mib.
Yeah, with Will Smith and
Tommy
Johnson.
Tommy Johnson.
It would be like Mib.
Mib, only with the hilarious Dustin Hoffman
Yeah,
and Seth Rogen as his sidekick.
his Stone Cold sidekick.
Stone Cold. Sounds weird. Has somebody been messing with the, I don't know,
Equalizer.
the equalizer?
Would it surprise you if I said that it wouldn't surprise me if somebody had been messing with it?
No, if your lack of surprise does not surprise me.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a good thing about it. That's
Yeah.
probably the best thing about it. I mean, it's not that good of a situation, but that's the best thing about it. Okay. Let's
Guess what?
jump.
Let me just tell you something.
Yeah,
I was
just-
looking at the date up on the computer there, the streaming computer,
All right.
and what I realized is if it were 1,000 years ago,
Yeah, 1,000
the
years
date-
ago.
the date would be 10/11/10/11. But it's not.
10/11/10/11. That would be nice.
Yeah, and we can't do it. Actually, on November 20th, if you wrote it the European way, where they put the day first and the month last,
Yeah.
which I think I will do on that day.
Mhm.
Because when am I going to get a chance to ever do that again?
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Probably never.
At least for not another year.
Yeah, not for one whole year. Take this
This is my shot.
opportunity.
You know, if I
before-
have to sell myself out and write the European date format on a thing, just so that I can write 2011,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it in a minute.
But nobody will know what it means.
No.
They'll
What will
be-
they think? Do you think they think that it's a different month that is not real? That
20.
I'm stupid? Yeah.
Could be. That could be. That
Could
might,
be.
It just might possibly be that
What?
way.
What did they mean? What did they mean by that? Is what
Yeah.
they'll be asking about me
What
to
do they
their,
mean by
to
that?
their spouse.
I've seen the European date written at various times, and I've been like, "What is? Oh, yeah, okay,
Some people write their checks like that.
yeah."
They'll
They do.
They'll write 20 January 2011.
How European?
Yeah.
Well-
They feel all Humpty Dumpty and partsy martsy.
Martsy overseas,
Yeah.
London way.
Yeah, like they wear some kind of top cap, a big black stovepipe top cap
Yeah.
with a monocle. I picture them. You know?
Well, they have a monocle, is why.
I know, but I'm saying they're the kind of people who feel like they should be able to be doing that.
Yeah, that's true. They have. Oh, what's it called? Limey entitlement.
Limey entitlement.
I think that's the technical term.
That is the technical term for it.
Technical term. We call it limey entitlement.
Hey,
Uh,
well, do you have any big news?
yeah, I got some humongoid news. All right. Here's.
All right. I'm gonna tell it to you like it is. I'm gonna give it to you the straight poop. I'm gonna give you some straight poop.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's it
Those
remind you
tapings
of?
of two DJs that we did.
Oh, GJs.
GJs.
Two GJs. Our brand new show this fall.
Wait, is it this fall?
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't
think it's-
remember.
I think it's this fall.
I know we've been taping it. I don't know when it goes on the air.
Well, we are not in the programming department
Oh,
of this company.
by we do you
The
mean
company.
me?
The baby who was president of the company.
The baby
Who was
who was
president,
president of
of
the
the company. Yeah.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
That's a movie that Chris Angle and I wrote.
The baby who was president of the company.
The baby who was president of the company. Yeah.
Why isn't that a real movie?
I know. It would be so good. I hope he has it written down because I don't. But he said he was writing it down.
When did you write it?
Oh, we wrote it just spontaneously over the course of some years. I don't know.
Sounds good.
It had some real good stuff in it. Yeah.
Great stuff.
But anyway, that reminds me of lots of things. But you asked if I had some big news, and the biggest news.
What is it?
Woo! Well, it's safe to say it now because the date has passed. Yesterday, 10/10/2011.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
What?
I'm still freaking out.
10/10.
Okay, go.
10/10/2011 was the top secret release date for my brand new King Toad album.
It's out now.
It's out. It
was out yesterday.
Came out. Yes, it came out yesterday, but luckily
It did not go on. It did not become available until today.
Luckily, nobody found out about. I mean, I saw some of my friends yesterday, even, and I was talking to them. To one of them, I was even talking about the album, but
They didn't even say anything. They didn't even mention that they wanted it.
They did. They did say that they wanted it. That happened, but I kept it a secret. I kept the lid on.
Way to keep to your guns.
Yeah, that.
Welcome to the gun show.
This is our gun show. This is Jake and Jamal's gun show. How do you like it? How do you love it? And how do you get it? Well, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I do push-ups for that.
Good form.
Thanks,
Good.
man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
And so, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can we put up that graphic?
Yeah.
Now that it's the cat is out of the bag. Boom.
Hooray for the bad guy.
Hooray for the bad guy. And this is not
It's
advertising because I'm not asking anybody for money. I am not even giving you the opportunity to pay money at this time, at this juncture. Just I'm showing you what the cover looks like, and
It's something that you've been working on that you wanted to share about.
That's right, and you can go to that website and you can watch an extended version of the first music video from the album, and it's got some gross, dirty parts. So
don't watch it.
Yeah, you
alone.
Don't watch it alone. Yeah, get your parents to watch it with you. or there's gonna be trouble. Come on. But you know what bothers me though is I don't know. I put the wrong word up in the disclaimer at the beginning of this video, of this extended video.
Oh no.
Yeah, I put up like I think it says warning. The following contains graphic material that will be offensive. That will be found offensive, and then it should be by. It will be found offensive by such and such. But instead, I put will be found offensive to such and such. You understand?
Oh.
I got the terminology.
If you could have removed the word found and it would have worked.
Exactly. I need either the word found needs to go.
It will be found offensive to.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
I know. I screwed
glad
it
you
up.
cleared the air about this.
Well, I was looking at the stats, and only like 5 people have watched the extended, and like I guess one of those was me probably. But anyway, it just bothers me. That kind of thing that just kills me. It's like
you would see that somebody else did that.
Exactly.
You would notice it.
Yeah.
You think, man.
Oh, you botched that.
Proofread your 3 words.
I mean, it's not like a missing apostrophe or an extra apostrophe, but it's still it's just not the kind of thing that makes a person proud.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm excited for that album. I just found out about the secret release date
just today. Yeah.
Just like
Luckily,
half an hour ago.
Yeah, Jake only just found out. It was that big of a secret. My girlfriend, who I live with, she only found out about the secret release. She only found out about it today. She didn't know all day yesterday. You know, I saw her. I talked to her. Didn't find out. Luckily, I was able to keep it a secret. It was hard.
Oh, yeah.
It was difficult. But I'm just, people are so tired of...
How long had you been sitting on that release date?
Like... You mean as a plan? Is that what you mean?
How long had you been keeping it a secret?
I
and
see.
Willfully
Withholding
the information from everybody.
I would say close to a year now.
That must have been hell.
It was burning a hole in my brain, literally.
Oh my God.
So I'm just really glad. Oh Jake's God. I'm just really glad that the day has come and gone, and I don't have to hide this and keep it secret from you anymore. Yesterday was the big day. It was the big day. It was my big album release day. Now you can know.
Was
that.
it always a secret day?
Well, clearly,
Did you
yeah.
plan to wait until after the day had come and gone to tell us about it?
Well,
You had
yeah,
to.
I had to. It wouldn't have been special otherwise.
Did you consider holding it longer? Like I mean, like what if you waited like another 2 weeks and said, "Man, secret release was October 10th."
Well, that's true. I guess I could have held out a little longer, but I was just busting to tell people.
Yeah.
I'd waited so long.
Well, you made a commitment, and you stuck with it, and
yeah.
now you have something to show for it. And you have a nice story.
Yeah.
You have a nice story.
Thank you.
You can put a positive spin on some young child's world.
Pew. So now let's watch that music video.
All right.
Only we'll watch the not graphic version. We'll watch the
reggae one.
The reggae one. This is the
It's a reggae track.
It's a reggae song, man. Here it comes right at you.
Goodbye.
See you next.
I have been hurt by others, and I will hurt them. I will make them suffer like I have suffered.
Oh dear people, you make me bored with myself, and I was bored with myself anyway. Okay, let's just go downtown and get a bite to eat and make fun of what we see along the way. Uh-huh. The demons they can feel, but they don't feel pain. They just wanna have a good time all the time. And I'm living on the gas stations and vending machines, and this life is dumb, but it's mine. All the air you've been breathing out, it has circled around the world. And all the time you've just been standing here, well, your breath's already seen the world. Your breath's already seen the world. I said your breath's already seen the world. You can see the shape of your gods in the stars, but not your hand in front of your face. I know. And if I look too far, I'm gonna burn myself on places I never wanted to go. Places I never meant to go. Places I never wanted to go. Places I wasn't meant to go. Yeah, places I never wanted to go. All the air you've been breathing out, it has dispersed around the world. I know, and all the life you've just been wasting here, well, your breath's already seen the world. You know your breath's already seen the world. Your breath's already seen the world. I know your breath's already seen the world.
Hey, what about some service?
Gonna do the best I can.
Oh!
They must be around here someplace.
Hey, anybody here? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What's going on?
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I think I must have missed something.
What has happened?
I'm not sure. That was my question to you. What happened? What's going on? What's new?
Oh, what's going on?
What's poop?
What's poop? That's they say.
That's they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Some people say, "What's the poop?"
What's
Don't
po-
they?
what's
Don't they say
poop?
that?
Yeah,
Isn't that
they
like
do.
a?
It's yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Here's the poop.
Here's the poop. All right, I'm gonna drop the poop on you.
Okay. Hey, let me set some poop on you now. This is some fresh poop. Let me lay it on you. That's what people say. Hey, don't blame us. That's what people say.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. It's still illegal
It's still illegal.
in most states. Oh,
Texas, it might not be, or Alabama.
Alabama,
Yeah,
exactly.
Alabama.
Yeah.
That's the one
Missouri?
I was thinking
I
of.
don't know.
Missouri.
Mississippi.
There's a reason people from Missouri call it Missouri.
What's the reason?
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Take a look at them.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
Well, you're welcome. You're
Oh,
welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey. Okay, so what's up? What's the next thing we have to talk about
Well,
on the show?
There was a tremendous outcry, an outpouring of yelling of Jubi show fans
Jubi
everywhere
fans
saying
everywhere.
that we needed to fall through with our idea
We always fall through with our ideas.
to make a show about oyster crackers.
oyster cakes.
Oyster cakes.
Hey, what's the deal with
Hey, what's
oyster
the deal
cakes?
with oyster cakes?
Well,
What's the deal with oyster cakes? I said, what's the deal with oyster cakes?
Come on, people. What's the deal?
Oyster cakes.
Oyster cakes.
So that's, we decided for one time in our show,
One time on our show.
we would have a show about what they said.
About what the people said. This is what the people said. Just like they want. Just like the people want to be listened to and acknowledged. Well, this is what the people said. Oyster cakes.
Oyster cakes! We want a show about the oyster cakes!
Where's our show about the oyster cakes?
Well,
Here it is.
here's your show. Here is the show about your oyster cakes.
And in the background, you can listen to my new King Toad album.
Yeah.
I'm sharing it with your ears.
You're hearing it.
In the background.
You can hear it now.
You can hear it. You can hear this song with the video. Well, no video, but this is the...
It's been released
song.
yesterday.
It's been released yesterday.
Hey, well,
Hey.
I just wanted to talk this episode about oyster cakes.
Oyster cake.
And I just happened to bring some oyster cakes with me.
Yeah. Oh,
So
man.
we can rip
premium.
right into this bag if you want. Do you
That's
want to try some?
That's premium.
They're premium.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sure.
We should see how... I feel like we should know our subject matter before we try to talk about it.
Why didn't we think of that before?
I'm grabbing some oyster cakes.
I will
Feel free to have some.
I'm having 2
If you guys want to join in
at home.
at home,
Grab your
go
oyster
get
cakes
your oyster cakes
from out of the pantry
and eat them.
and eat them with us.
You know what they taste like? They taste like a saltine cracker.
Yeah, they taste like a little piece of a saltine cracker. But they're not. They are oyster cakes.
This is actually a different kind. I have brought 2 different kinds of oyster cakes for us to sample today.
This is the kind in the bag called premium oyster cakes.
And then there's another kind, a generic kind, which has a recipe on the back for seasoned oyster cakes. And they're different. And I made it.
So what brand? I mean, it wasn't this brand.
No,
It was a different brand.
it was a different brand.
Okay.
I think it might have been the Midwest Country Fair brand. I don't know.
All right.
But you can sample this. I brought you your own container of it.
Oh my god. I feel special.
And if you don't like them, they're pretty intense. I wasn't quite prepared for the flavor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for warning me.
And they look different too. They're different shape.
Yeah, the people at home can't see, but these are a different
They're
shape.
different shaped oyster cakes.
Oh, you can kind of see a little bit. You can see a little bit.
Yeah. And you may hate this. It's a very unique flavor, to be certain.
Are you tricking me?
I'm not. It may be terrible.
No, that's not.
You like it?
Yeah,
I like it too. I like them better than that.
me too. Because the saltine cakes are kind of boring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good.
This has all kinds of good stuff on it.
What did you put on it?
I put, vegetable oil
Yeah.
and dill weed. You can see it on there.
Yeah, I can.
And garlic powder.
Salt?
I think there was some salt. And the secret ingredient is a packet of ranch mix. It's a powder.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, maybe.
It's like a seasoning mix.
Yeah, all right.
And you mix that in and you pour it over the oyster cakes and you stir it around.
Whoa.
And then you got this stuff.
What inspired you to do it? Just because it was there on the back of
It was
the...
on the back of the bag.
You're
And
like-
I'd had something similar before. And I was like, this must be that recipe for that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm eating it as a snack.
When had you had it before?
Well,
Please.
they used to package it in. They used to have like bulk,
Well,
like game day snack mix,
game
and you could buy little cups of this stuff.
gamey.
And I didn't know how they made it, and then I looked at the bag. Now it's interesting because the recipe is not on this bag.
Yeah, it's not.
They may say premium, but there's nothing premium about them.
Yeah. Well, which kind was better before you seasoned?
I think that
before you seasoned.
these other ones, the generic cheaper ones, were.
They're still better. Mm-hmm. I like them.
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to make them again. Also,
Nice job. Nice work.
thank you. Man, if I'd thought ahead, we could have made them on TV.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have been able to enjoy ourselves, just sort of kick back and have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, what? I already like to just sit back and eat these, but now it's like, instead of sitting back eating these and watching TV and not doing anything, I'm kind of giving back.
Yeah, exactly. You're sitting back. Both of us were sitting back, getting some much deserved R&R time, but also making TV for the people. We are doing something for the people. The show.
We're enjoying food that we like that you can't have unless you make the recipe on the bag.
You can though. It's right there. It's
It's
public.
very easy. It took me like 5 minutes.
There you go. Jake did it in 5 minutes. And
Although you have to wait. You have to wait for an hour. You have to cover it and let it sit for an hour.
Oh, so they won't be able to enjoy this.
They can't, and I tried to. I attempted to, but it was not as good as until it had sat for a while.
You attempted to enjoy it, but it
I
didn't,
did try
it
to
didn't work.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
I should also bring up that this show tonight has a sponsor.
Oh yeah, we have some new corporate sponsorship.
Oysterman brand oyster crackers.
Oysterman brand, nice. That's lovely.
Don't those look good?
Delightful, delicious Oysterman oyster crackers.
Their slogan is "Don't be a man, be an oyster man."
Oh, adorable. That's a really good, not just for an oyster cracker thing. That's just a good thing to keep in your mind and remember. If you're starting out in a man shape anyway, then
My question is, I'm sorry. Finish your thought, and then we can talk about what's wrong with that guy.
well, there's nothing wrong with that guy.
He's an oyster man.
He's an oyster man.
How did he get like that?
from the product, from using Oysterman crackers, I assume.
So.
I assume.
Don't buy Oysterman crackers.
Oh,
No, do it.
Come on.
Buy it. They look a lot like premium
Yeah.
soup and oyster cakes for some reason.
Pretty similar, but it has a different logo and a different guy on. It's
Yeah.
a guy in the corner who's got a oyster cake head. So, that's pretty special and different.
That
and
is.
they gave us the money to make TV to
And
entertain the
and
people.
they actually also gave us the money to buy these Nabisco oyster crackers too.
That seems,
It
illogical.
seems weird,
but
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why would they pay for that? Here's why. You can't get Oystermans in Iowa City.
Why?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get a straight answer. They're more of a southern thing.
Really? Like
Louisiana.
Missouri.
Missoula.
Indianola.
Hey, thanks Oysterman for giving us the money to buy these premium oyster crackers.
Premium.
My
And
question is, why would you eat these when you've got these available?
These.
Maybe we should have waited for a while because I don't even want to talk about oyster crackers anymore. I just want to eat.
Yeah,
I just want to eat. I just want to enjoy these.
These are the premium. Not as good. And then this right here, this is... Oh, no. This-
You drop one. I figured the pattern out. You always drop one and then you eat it. Do I get a prize?
Haven't you seen me eat at home? That's
Yeah. Drop, bite.
drop,
Bite. You should watch him eat an asparagus sprig.
Oh.
It takes him 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's really slow. It's really boring actually. But if you made a time warp of it, it would be awesome.
Can we? I mean, I would like to see a time warp of that.
You have to make it. I'm busy dropping an asparagus and
That's true.
licking it around. So
That's true.
yeah.
I can make it.
You can make this.
I can make that.
You made this.
I already did make it.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
Well.
I suppose we should talk a little bit about oyster crackers.
Yeah, I know.
And one of the first things that has always boggled me
boggled. Yeah.
is that I don't understand why they are considered to be a seafood product. Because they're
Well-
not real oysters. But
No.
they do classify them as seafood.
Yeah.
Any fisherman will tell you that.
So yeah, or a restaurant. Mm-hmm. A seafood restaurant. Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm
don't
so
know.
preoccupied with eating these.
Yeah, I've been putting a bunch in my mouth at once, and then it's difficult to do anything except eat them.
Wait, I'm gonna try that. That sounds great.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was even more than I'd been doing, but yeah, that's the ticket. Stir fried asparagus. Damn straight. Chew and chew.
Wow. It's an overload.
Oh, it's an oyster overload. Oyster overload. Oyster overload. But why would it be a seafood? I mean, I'm thinking.
Maybe we could open up the phone line at some point.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
crazy?
we could do that. We could do that. Yeah, to find out. You mean?
Yeah.
To get the truth?
Yeah.
Why?
Why should we
Why?
find out?
No, I mean, why is it a seafood?
Yeah.
That's
Should I put
the-
that on the screen and see if anybody
Yeah.
has an explanation?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. I'm doing it.
Maybe somebody can explain why oyster cakes would be called seafood, which they are. Let's see if the phones are on right now or not. No, they're not. They're not. So we really are legitimately going to turn the phone lines on instead of just...
We don't do that very often anymore. Consider this a special treat.
I forget about it most episodes. It doesn't even occur to me that we could turn the phone on. I don't know about you. Turning the phone on. Oh. I hope I didn't turn the phone on prematurely because you're still getting the graphics worked up and feisty. There we go. Why are oyster crackers considered to be a seafood?
That's our. Oh, I have this problem when I eat.
What's your problem?
Well, I have a problem with the way my body functions.
Oh, okay.
My throat constricts,
Yeah.
and it won't let things go down, and they get stuck right here, and then they stay there, causing pain.
I've heard about that. You got that going on. That's
A
probably
little bit.
It's probably not a good idea to put.
Maybe that's the Oyster Man.
That's the Oyster Man at work. Oysterman at work. Hey, though,
That's a good name.
that's a good name for any occasion. But maybe you shouldn't shove big handfuls of food into your mouth at once.
That's not the only. Sometimes it happens with just plain water.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I have trouble swallowing water.
Oh yeah.
And everyone says when I have the food stuck, they're like, just drink some water and wash it down. Some water. I'm Billy Mays. Drink some water.
That reminds me, I saw a little infomercial on TV just yesterday, maybe it was, I don't know. And the guy was shouting like that, and for a second I was like,
Billy Mays?
Billy Mays,
Is he back?
But it was just a faker. It was just somebody trying to, inhabit that spirit.
Do you get...
Inhabit the spirit and form and burly bear man body of Billy Mays.
Okay.
Okay, we have a potential answer to the question
Yeah.
about.
Jubi Show, you are on the air.
Can you eat 6 saltine crackers in a minute?
Wait, hold on. Where's the volume? Does this have a... Oh. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, try again. So, I'm sorry, will you repeat that? We couldn't hear you.
Have you ever tried to eat 6 saltine crackers in a minute?
No, I hear that it's impossible, but I don't believe it.
Have you tried?
I have tried to eat all 6 at once, and I failed horribly.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have tried actually.
Wait,
but-
do you do it all? Do you put them all into your mouth at the same time, or do you do them one right after the other?
Well, the way I tried it was like all at once, and it was a bad idea. It's just,
What happens to you?
I think I died from it. I'm not sure, but like my mouth was really dry.
You were clinically dead for a few moments.
Yeah.
At least.
It's like I couldn't stop laughing. It just makes you laugh once you have all those crackers in your mouth.
So this is not something you'd recommend.
I'd go one by one, I think.
All right, I'll try it. I am not right now because I don't have any saltine crackers, and I don't know the conversion ratio.
Yeah. Probably like 20 of these per.
I think it's like 12.
12
Wow.
oyster crackers?
I think 12 oyster crackers is like one.
Saltine? So you're telling me I need to eat 72 oyster crackers at the same time?
In 1 minute, at least.
In 1 minute?
Yeah, those are the rules.
Well, I'm willing to try it.
But you've already got things stuck in your throat.
They're gone. They went down.
Okay, well then, by all means.
Hey, thanks for your idea. Maybe I'll have to try it. Hey, thank you. All right, goodbye.
Yeah, that was some pretty good advice.
That was. I brought a little towel. A paper towel.
Right.
In case I needed to count oyster crackers.
Oh, excellent. That's so fortunate because now it turns out you do indeed need to count some oyster crackers. And we're talking the big ones, not these little flavorful ones. We're talking the great big whopping oyster crackers.
Okay, so this is 12. Doesn't that look like much more than one saltine?
Maybe. The people at home can't
You can't see. I wish I could show you.
Hold it up for the world to look. Yeah. I don't know. That might be right. That seems like about a saltine.
Okay.
Don't you think?
All right. All right, so I gotta eat 72 in a single minute.
72 in 1 single minute. But just, I don't know.
Is that a bad idea? Am I gonna have to run to the hills?
You could, yeah. You might have to leave forever. But, I mean, I was just gonna say that to be official and proper about it, you might just want to wait to get some actual saltines. But,
Oh, no, you're right. I think you're right.
yeah.
I don't want to do it with oyster crackers.
Yeah, because then people will be like, well, that's not really the game. That's not the way, that's not how you're supposed to play.
That's true. I would get called out on it for cheating.
Cheating. All right. Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah, let's see what happens.
Jubi Show.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing pretty good. We're just trying to figure out at the moment why oyster crackers would be considered a seafood.
What you call it? What you cracker?
Yeah. The oyster cakes, as some people like to call them. Mm-hmm. That's Jake.
Yeah, I know Jake from Drugtown.
Yeah, Jake from Drugtown. Lots of people know Jake from Drugtown.
Yeah, you know his name.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know who you are.
Yeah, what? Are you following the baseball playoffs?
Am I what?
Are you following baseball?
You know, I may be unpopular for saying this, but I do not find baseball interesting at all.
Not in the playoffs at all? Wow.
I get bored. It takes maybe 5 minutes of baseball to make me bored.
Wow.
5 minutes, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, so
Well, hey, thanks for calling, Pat.
Yeah.
what are you guys, what are you talking about again? Seafood.
Oyster crackers.
Oyster crackers. Are they gonna have some seafood like they used to years ago at the Dairy Queen when somebody used to sell seafood, but down by Riverside Drive?
Yeah. I remember that.
Radio stations used to.
Seafood.
I don't know if they do it anymore.
We're asking why oyster crackers are considered to be seafood, is the question.
Oyster man, oyster crackers.
Oyster crackers are for soup.
Right.
A seafood.
I don't know about seafood. I'll let you go. Talk to you later.
All right, have a good night. Thanks, Pat.
Bye-bye.
I learned a lot.
What did you learn?
There was a seafood restaurant on Riverside Drive.
Oh yeah, and it was a radio station.
A radio station owned it.
They would sell seafood down by Riverside Drive, down by Dairy Queen. But we did not find out why oyster crackers would be considered seafood. In fact, there seemed to be...
Everyone seems to be avoiding the topic.
Yeah, it's a touchy situation. It's touchy-feely kind of a topic.
There's so many oyster... Okay.
Why so many? Why so many oyster?
I'm just eating like a quarter of the amount that I'm supposed to eat, like in terms of saltine to oyster cracker conversion.
And it's
freaking me out.
Freaking you out. Hey, Jake's freaking out. If you're just joining us on the Jubi Show, Jake is freaking out. Too many oyster cakes.
Clearly, this isn't working. Nobody's helping us.
Oyster man.
Apparently I took the number off the screen already.
Apparently you did, so I will just turn the phone,
Turn the
phone off. But thanks for the 2 phone calls that we got. Well, I don't know. It didn't really bring us any closer to solving the puzzle, but it was still nice to get other people.
Well, you know, I'm not convinced that you can do an entire show about oyster crackers anymore.
We didn't. We've talked about... Did you forget my secret album release?
We were doomed to failure from the very beginning.
I can't believe you're poo-pooing my huge, fantastic secret album release.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Poo-poo.
I'm just saying I didn't even consider that when I made the statement that I didn't think we could do it in an hour, and then you pointed out that we never even had a chance.
Oh, you think you need more than 1 hour to...
No, I'm saying Oh, brother, how could we ever fill the whole hour
With an oyster cake.
with an oyster cake?
How can we fill an hour with an oyster cake? That's the question.
That is the question.
That's kind of another science thing we have going on. We often have multiple science experiments taking place simultaneously on the Jubi show. It's like how Saw episode 3 and 4 took place simultaneously in the fictional narrative of that fictional series of Saws.
I never thought I'd see the day when you watched like every Saw movie. You were so against them.
Oh,
at
I know.
first.
I'm still morally opposed to them.
You keep watching them. You always asked me why. Why do I keep going to them? I go to the movies and I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable the whole time I'm there, but I still go and see every one of them.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I've seen all of any of them. I don't watch the nasty parts, but
So I have an extra problem.
I don't know.
I don't like watching the nasty parts, and I know there are going to be nasty parts when I go to a Saw movie.
Yeah.
But the most time I'm like closing my eyes and like.
Well, I wouldn't go to see one in the theater. That'd be too much. But I will watch them when they come on my television. Turns out. But I don't really like.
Is there a limit to what you would watch if it
Yeah.
came on your television?
I will not watch Hostel Part 2, which they've put on my television several times. I will not.
Can you call them? Can you call them to see if they can fix it? They weren't supposed to put it on your television, were they?
It may have been a mix-up. Let's hope it was a mix-up. Somebody accidentally put that movie on my TV.
Oh my God!
Several
How
times.
did you get it off?
Just change the channel.
Oh,
Just had to change
what?
the channel. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You can just go away from something like that?
Luckily, otherwise, who knows what I might have seen happen.
Wow.
Well, I looked it up. A lot of times when there's a gross movie on TV, what I'll do now is I will go to Wikipedia and IMDb and I will look it up to find out the worst thing that happens in the movie and how disgusting it gets, so I'll know whether or not I should keep watching and what I can expect.
How do you know when the part is going to happen?
Well, you can usually tell from reading the, especially on Wikipedia, the plot synopses are so lengthy and gratuitous that you pretty much know what's going to happen. When
So you
it's
follow
gonna
along
happen.
on the Wikipedia as you watch movies?
No, I'm just saying, like, I will spoil it for myself, I guess. I'll see where it's headed, see how the people find the movie to be. Like, I just saw this movie P2, which is a terrible name for a movie.
P2?
Yeah, you could have called it, it's because it's a parking ramp, right? That's the name of the level in the parking ramp.
P2?
P2, yeah, you could have called it anything. You could have called it H5 or G3, but no.
Is it a horror movie?
It is a horror movie with that guy from American Beauty, you know, the weird guy.
The same guy who is from Adaptation.
Was he?
I don't know.
That weird kid.
Oh, the weird kid.
The weird kid. Yeah, no, not the grown-up guy. That weird kid who looks like Donnie Darko.
Oh, was he the one that was always videotaping stuff?
Yeah, that kid.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was in P2, and he was always videotaping stuff too, actually.
He's typecast.
He's been typecast.
It's like how Tom Hanks is always peeing.
Like how Tom Hanks has to pee on every movie that
And
he
how
works.
on our show we always have to bring up that Tom Hanks pees in every movie and every episode.
Every episode we have to bring up, which reminds me that they're playing Green Mile constantly on AMC.
Did you see the scene that I was talking about?
No.
Oh.
No. But I thought about it. If that helps.
It made your brain react.
I had a brain reaction to the Green Mile, and it's implied pee scenes, which they exist whether I see them or not.
Do you remember it?
Not really, but I mean a little maybe. I mean, I know there's something wrong with him, and the guy has to heal him. So I mean, I remember vaguely some. But you tell me it was the grossest Tom Hanks pee scene ever.
And it wasn't. I mean, they're all gross. Every Tom Hanks pee scene is gross.
Really?
But this one was just uncomfortable.
Uncomfortably gross.
Uncomfortable.
But okay.
What?
What was I? Oh yeah, I got distracted from because you were asking me. if I follow along when I'm watching a
Yes.
movie. But
Yes.
I don't really. I just read ahead. I read ahead and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what the gross parts are gonna be, and I know, I don't know, I find the IMDb reviews, user reviews, to be quite helpful, unlike user reviews on every other website in the world. The people on IMDb, like for P2, they were like, this is not a great movie, but if you like this kind of a movie, then this is a movie you will like. And
What kind of a movie is it?
it's a slasher movie.
Oh, okay. Does the whole place take a thing in a parking ramp?
Yeah, it does. It takes place, well, at least inside the mall. It's not all in the parking ramp, but it's
Is
all,
the mall closed?
Yeah.
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 I bet it is.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing that I read about it was some user review that the person said this movie is better than it has any right to be, because it's a really generic sort of plot and idea.
How many stars did it get?
On IMDb,
Yeah.
like 6.8 or something like that.
That's not bad.
fairly average, yeah. But it got horrible reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I was about to ask what the Rotten Tomatoes.
It's terrible. It was like 43% positive.
That reminds me, speaking of Rotten Tomatoes,
Speaking of some rotten tomatoes,
found-
Oyster Man.
Oyster
Man.
I found out that, do you remember that movie I was telling you about, Drive?
Yeah.
I think I heard from somebody, the person that I went to see this movie with.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Wow.
Let's see.
Oh, there was another movie that they played the other day that I wouldn't watch because it was just too sadistic. It was just torture porn, and I didn't want to watch it. And that was Chain Letter, which I'd never heard of.
I have not heard of that either.
It was nasty. I didn't watch it. Not like Saw 4. That was prime viewing and enjoyment for the whole family.
Should I see it?
Saw 4? You have seen it.
Oh, yeah.
You see Saw all the time with Moe's.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
Drive, the movie that I hated, got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, my goodness, they loved it.
The audience gave it a 79%.
They still.
They
that's
still
all-
liked it, but they hated it a lot more than the critics.
Yeah, but that's still really high.
Yes, I don't understand it. But
Yeah. Well, people, I don't know about people. Some people really liked Black Swan, and you hated that too.
no, I didn't mind Black Swan.
Oh, you liked Black
I think
Swan.
I think I liked it. It was uncomfortable to
Love
watch.
Black Swan.
Oh, I loved it. I just loved
Love
that
Black
movie.
Swan. I
What
didn't
was the
see
movie
it.
that I hated? The Descent.
The Descent. Oh, I'm sure that's got. Yeah, we'll look it up. Let's see. Well, we should be. Gosh.
What?
Oh, I just wanted the people at home to see it, but it's
Maybe
not
maybe
gonna
they don't go
be-
back that far.
not gonna happen with what they get on.
We should play that clip of Billy Mays while I look for that.
Oh, you're right. I know. I intended to get some Billy Mays on this episode because of how I miss him, but then I forgot about it. Here we go. This is the only one on this computer, but oh well.
Billy Mays here for the original Quick Chop. The fastest, easiest, safest way to chop, mince, or dice any vegetable, guaranteed. Here's how it works. Just place the vegetable on the board, give it a tap, and you've got finely shredded cabbage in seconds for crunchy coleslaw. If you like salads, put all your ingredients in at the same time. Chicken salad, ham salad, even shrimp salad is all done with just a few taps. It has the power to chop nuts, almonds, walnuts, pecans. Use them for toppings for ice cream sundaes. Quick Chop even has the muscle to crush ice. Amazing. Make delicious mouth-watering salsa in seconds. It even works on tough vegetables like potato.
Like potato.
Billy Mays here for the original Quick Chop. The fastest,
Yeah,
easiest,
Billy.
safest way
You
to
go,
chop,
Billy
mince, or
Mays.
dice any
The
vegetable,
Descent got an
guaranteed. Here's how it
84%
Wait,
On Rotten Tomatoes. Did you-
84%.
Did you ever say you ever saw that?
Yeah, remember we've talked about
And
this.
you liked it.
Better than you. I don't know.
Did you like it
I don't-
84%?
I wouldn't give it a solid B. I wouldn't give it such a solid B as that, but I didn't think it was as bad as you made it out to be.
Pointless movie. What a terrible waste of a movie.
Most movies
I
are.
thought it was going to be amazing.
Most.
Thought it was going to be amazing.
You know what movie is more and more pointless and terrible the more I see it is Batman That Dark Knight.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I've
so
only seen it
bad.
like 3 times.
Yeah.
Wait, the second one
Yeah, the second
is
one.
bad.
Gosh, yeah.
Is it only because of Batman?
Well, it's largely because of Batman, but there are other things that are. I mean, it's silly. All of it. It's just silly. It would be. I think it's sad that drove Heath Ledger to craziness and then suicide or whatever. Maybe it didn't, but I wouldn't want to die for that movie.
Maybe they were hoping that you wouldn't watch it enough times to realize that it was silly.
Yeah.
They knew it was silly.
Yeah. They probably were hoping that you wouldn't. Well, like, there's so many silly things about it, but for example, when Arthur Dent's face spontaneously catches fire and then gets burned down to the skull.
Oh yeah.
That makes no sense at all. That scene and the fact that his face is then burned to the skull makes 0 sense. None.
Did you like it when they blew up that hospital though?
It's kind of cool. I mean, there's some cool imagery in that movie. I will accept that, but it makes no sense, and the continuity is terrible.
Are you excited
writing
for the
is
third movie?
poor. I'm so not excited for the third movie. The Joker's dead, and he was the only good thing about that second movie.
The character is not dead, just the actor.
Well, as long as the character can live on forever and ever in our hearts and minds, and on the big screen, then I'll be okay. And
Would
then
you
I'll
go
go
see it?
see all of the Batmans.
Would you go see it if Pauly Shore came back as the Joker?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say as Batman.
As yeah.
Pauly Shore's Batman. I would go see that. Yeah.
And what's his name? Brendan Fraser came back as the Joker. Would you go see that?
Yeah, Brendan Fraser, like without the makeup and stuff. Brendan Fraser as a fat bald man as the Joker. Yes, I would go see that. Would you?
Yes.
Awesome. I can't wait.
We need to watch more Pauly Shore movies, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
We probably do. Yeah. Sometimes they play them on TV, and I'll see a few minutes. It's a blast from the past.
Biodome.
Biodome. Encino Man.
Do you remember Biodome?
Not really.
They get stuck in a biodome.
Yeah. Well, why not?
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's
well,
just
what?
that my point was that.
What?
That.
Say what?
I was just trying to explain to you why you should see it.
Biodome.
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 Oh, our show rapidly repeated itself.
Oh gosh.
Rapidly came to an ending.
It's so rapidly completing that yeah. You might have been deceived by how much time we had left, but it's not any time at all. We're over. It's all done with.
It's over.
It's over and done with. It's over. It's over.
The show is done.
It's gone.
It's over.
We ended. Jake and I left the studio. We didn't even turn off the lights or clean up after ourselves. We just left and started to drive home.
And we're halfway there now.
About halfway to the house, we're going to start watching the new episode of the Jubi show. It's featuring Oyster head crackers.
We have to come back, or we have to get there in time for 10 o'clock. That's when it repeats on your DVD player.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope we make it.
Well, we're almost there.
We're almost there.
We're turning into the
here
driveway
we come.
now.
Going into the house. Running to the TV. Quick. Get to the... Okay. We are... There. We made it.
We're in.
Thank
Good night.
goodness. Good night.
What?
Yeah, man, that's it.
Was I doing
You
it?
Got it. Yeah.
It feels like grunting. Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Is it done?
Yeah. It's done.
It's over. Is the show over yet?
Yeah, the show is over, man.
Boy, I would love to be one of the people who watch it on the internet
Or on the rerun.
or on the rerun. They're gonna go nuts.
Party, party all night long.
Party!
Shit.
Hey!